Tonight, we expose the deep state's desperate playbook of division and destruction. What you're about to see proves how they are working overtime to isolate and neutralize anyone who threatens their control. They're trying to manufacture conflict between Trump and Musk. They're demonizing effective voices. The same shadowy forces that targeted General Flynn with the Russia hoax are now deploying their tactics against a new wave of threats to their power. And just today, we learned of an armed assassination attempt in Chicago against a political commentator that shows just how effective their tactics have been against anyone who upsets the rotten apple cart. The pieces are all connecting, and tonight we reveal the truth that they don't want you to see. And while the deep state tries to divide America, they're also destroying something vital to our survival. I'm talking about our bee population. That's right. Just as they silence truth tellers, the disappearance of bees threatens our entire food supply. Patriot Bee Best isn't just fighting back, they're building a movement. Excuse me. They're building a movement to save American bees and our food independence. And guess what? For less than 17 cents a day, you can join in this critical mission. Just 17 cents. Visit patriotbeebest.com and use code NEXTNEWS for 25% off of your subscription. Do not wait until our food supply is compromised. Become part of the solution today. So we got bombshell after bombshell that all just dropped. The new narrative is clear, and we're about to deconstruct the whole thing for you because you need to be aware and you need to tell President Trump what is up. Tag him on social media. Shoot messages to him on Truth Social. Whatever you do, send him this because Donald Trump needs to see this. I'm gonna send this to my friends. They're gonna get it to Donald Trump, but don't wait for me to do it. You're the answer here. He may not even realize what's happening. And that's why we need to make sure all hands are on deck. Because we need to make sure Elon Musk doesn't get forced aside by some, media narrative that's misconstrued. Here we have, ready? Jen Psaki. Old Raggedy Ann, circle back herself. Musk, she says that Musk is getting credit. This is the narrative. Musk is getting credit for outshining Trump's influence over Congress. The media's obsession with pitting these two powerhouses against each other is transparent. This is a full-scale effort to fracture the MAGA movement. Don't take the bait. And what I'm talking about here is that spending bill. We covered it, but the point is this, is that everyone is turning and saying it's all Elon Musk. It's Elon Musk. It's Elon Musk. And the media narrative is designed to drive a wedge between Trump and Musk so that Trump says, "Oh man, you're getting more credit than me." Right? They're playing on a character flaw of Donald Trump.
Exactly. Because right now, even the killing of the funding bill here is Elon Musk is being given credit for that, really more than Donald Trump is. And you have to wonder how Donald Trump feels about that exactly. Because
See, do you see what she said? You got to wonder how Donald Trump feels about that exactly. They are subliminally seeding this narrative into the American people. Here we have another narrative. Okay, so what we just showed you was MSNBC. Here's CNN. SE Cup claims Musk is making Trump look weak. You see, Donald Trump is a leader. He's an alpha. And he recognizes when he's in control and that he has the power to steer the ship. But the minute the media narrative starts to say that, oh, Elon's making Trump look weak, they're trying to force Trump to second guess his own decisions if Elon's getting the spotlight. They're playing into that. Let's listen to S.E. Cup.
S.E. Cup, independent Senator Bernie Sanders, who caucuses with Democrats today, wrote on X, quote, Democrats and Republicans spent months negotiating a bipartisan agreement to fund our government. The richest man on earth, President Elon Musk, doesn't like it. Will Republicans kiss the ring? Billionaires must not be allowed to run our government, unquote. What do you think this all means long term for the influence of Elon Musk when the Trump presidency begins again?
Yeah, I mean, a couple things. This is the kind of chaos that Trump brings, and now attaching Elon and other voices, into this mix is only creating more chaos. As you know, Speaker Johnson negotiated this bipartisan deal for months, and just a couple days before the deadline, Elon, who is not president, comes along and torches it, and Donald Trump, who is not president yet, comes along and torches it and sends everything into chaos. This isn't how you'd run a student council, let alone a government. It's not based on plans or strategy or even politics. It's just impulses. And that's not responsible. And that's not fair to Donald Trump's voters who voted him in to do some very specific problem solving. They didn't vote for Elon Musk. They voted for Donald Trump. But I think the thing that Bernie Sanders is doing is kind of goading Donald Trump. He's saying, all of these headlines about President Musk or Speaker Musk, every time that comes up from a Democrat or a Republican or the press, wow, I think it's a real chink in Trump's armor. And as soon as Trump figures out that Elon Musk is bigfooting him and making him look pretty weak, I think Trump is going to marginalize him real quick. He'll become just as irrelevant as everyone else who has taken up Trump's spotlight in the past.
So they are trying to kneecap Elon Musk before Doge gets its teeth. Oh, Elon Musk puts out a couple tweets. Oh my goodness. He helped kill the spending bill. He's more powerful than Trump. The media is in overdrive trying to pit Trump against Musk. Now they're calling Musk a surrogate president to stir chaos and fracture their alliance. This is a coordinated smear campaign to divide and conquer the two biggest threats to the establishment. Here's more from CNN.
So House Minority Leader, Democratic Leader Hakeem Jeffries says he is a, quote, hell no on this pared down spending bill. Is that your vote as well?
I'm going to follow certainly Hakeem Jeffries in opposing this bill because at the very bottom of the line, we cannot hand over government to unelected oligarchs who are trolling the trough for their own self-benefit, like Elon Musk. I couldn't more fundamentally disagree with my colleague we just had on, Mr. Barr. CR's funding of government don't bloat government to the point where it suppresses economic growth. We just announced economic growth. It was 3%, 3.1%, and 3% in the quarter before. That's some of the highest growth rates recorded in years. There's nothing suppressing economic growth. As a matter of fact, strategic investments in a budget make a lot of sense. Mr. Barr kind of overlooked the fact that Mr. Elon Musk has some self-interest in this CR, and we want to know all about it. But it's also about trust. When you shake hands and say, we got a deal, and then it gets blown up by outside people who are unelected. Apparently, Elon Musk is a surrogate president in the United States, and Mr. Barr is fine with that. Well, I'm not. I didn't vote for Elon Musk, and neither did the American people. And he may have advice he can give the president, but he ought not to be interfering and directly directing and targeting legislators in the Congress to give up their own independence and their own judgment in favor of his.
Do you see what's happening here? Can you see the narrative? You can see they all got the same talking points. They're all singing from the same song sheet, making Trump look weak. Musk outshining Trump. Musk is a surrogate president. Even this from Nancy Pelosi 5 hours ago. Elon Musk ordered his puppet president-elect and House Republicans to break the bipartisan agreement reached to keep government open. Elon Musk ordered his puppet president-elect. The narrative is forming, and this is dangerous rhetoric because it starts with this, and it ends in a place like Butler. But maybe it's not Trump dodging. Maybe it's somebody else, right? Like, look at this. Elijah Schaffer 8 hours ago posted an alleged attempt was made on the life of popular commentator Nick Fuentes at his home in Chicago, Illinois. The amplified rhetoric of the left causes these people to lose their minds. Now, say what you will about Nick Fuentes. If you like his commentaries, if you don't, it doesn't matter. The point is that the rhetoric of the left becomes amplified to the point where people go and try to take the life of somebody. And that is saying it's wrong is like downplaying it. It is evil. But it's because the poison that comes out of the mainstream media. When CNN and MSNBC are already starting to poison the well of the American people. I mean, thank God there's only like 5 people watching CNN at any given moment. MSNBC is on the outs. They're losing followers and viewers every day. But the point is, when you got Nancy Pelosi saying that Elon Musk ordered his puppet president, you got Bernie Sanders spewing his. These are all seeds of hatred that are then planted in the minds of the lunatics. Here is Nick Fuentes 8 hours ago. Last night, an armed killer made an attempt on my life at my home, which was recently doxxed on this platform. They doxxed him, and then they went to his house to try to off him. Here's the official press release on the attempted killing of Nick Fuentes from the Berwyn Police Department. I didn't even know that Fuentes lived in the Chicago area until the left doxed him. I was surprised. I always thought he lived somewhere else. I didn't know he lived so close. And that's terrifying. What about me? What about my safety? It's the rhetoric of the left that causes moments like this to occur. And it starts with seeds like you see from Psaki, from Turd Tapper, right? Oh boy. Hannity texting Kayleigh McEnany a 5-point plan, talking to Trump on January 7th. No more stolen election talk. Yes, impeachment on the 25th Amendment are real. Many people will quit. Kayleigh McEnany responds, love that. Thank you. That is the playbook. Kayleigh McEnany. Finally, the Select Committee is investigating the former president activities and conduct on the days after January 6th, including President Trump's state of mind during that period, whether the president took appropriate action regarding the continued threats of violence. What does that mean? How does it connect? Hannity, Kayleigh McEnany, former White House press secretary. Hannity, obviously a very influential voice, discussing how they would manipulate President Trump, how they would try to force him into certain narratives. And she confirms that's the playbook. We're gonna try to manipulate Trump. Talking with Hannity about manipulating Trump. Any Trump supporter paying attention wanted Trump to call out Kayleigh McEnany long ago. First, she joined Fox News. Then her post-J6 texts were revealed in which she tells Hannity that she'll help reinforce his awful ideas, such as convincing Trump to attend the inauguration. What does that mean? What does that mean? Even in Trump's own inner circle, people can't be trusted anymore. She goes to Fox News. Do you watch Fox News anymore? A lot of people have jumped ship. They don't watch them. They watch Next News Network. They get the facts from us because we deconstruct these narratives no matter who they are. Whether it's the inner circle around Trump trying to manipulate him, or it's the people trying to manipulate the narratives over at CNN, trying to seed these thoughts into the minds of these lunatic leftists. Trey Gowdy even rebuking Trump's Spygate claim, FBI. This is back in May 2018. Trey Gowdy rebuking Trump's Spygate claim. FBI did what Americans would want them to do. I loved Trey Gowdy. I loved seeing him on the floor in these committees giving hell to these bureaucrats and elected officials. But here's Trey Gowdy rebuking Trump over Spygate. That was all proven true. Trey Gowdy supported Russiagate hoax from day one and backed the FBI's coup effort. Did you know that? November 17th, Cernovich posting this.
The FBI.
You're talking about right now, was that strengthened when you went into this briefing last week?
Yes, I am even more convinced that the FBI did exactly what my fellow citizens would want them to do when they got the information they got.
So even within the conservative circles, the narratives need to be questioned. And what's even more dangerous is that when we have these conservatives and we trust them and we hold them to a higher standard, but yet all of a sudden, they start dropping similar seeds of doubt, even within our own movement. How dangerous is that? Yeah. Remember Mike Flynn? We published this about 6 hours ago. The deep state targeted Mike Flynn with lies about Russia, using divide and conquer to remove him from Trump's administration. They will use the same playbook again and again. Stay vigilant. Doesn't this all sound familiar? They think we have forgotten. Well, we have not forgotten. And that's why this video you're watching right now is so important. Because the playbook is out, it's out there. It's out in the open. We see it. We see the patterns. And they're trying to do it right now by driving a wedge between Elon Musk and Trump before the Doge can get its teeth and destroy the deep state. BBC News.
In the Barely 3 weeks into his presidency, Donald Trump has lost one of his closest advisors. Retired Army General Michael Flynn, a man renowned for his close ties to Russia, resigned amid allegations that he misled senior officials about conversations between him and the Russian ambassador a few weeks before the Trump administration took office. In his resignation letter, Mr. Flynn said that as the incoming national security advisor, he held numerous phone calls with foreign counterparts, ministers and ambassadors. Unfortunately, he goes on, because of the fast pace of events, I inadvertently briefed the vice president-elect and others with incomplete information regarding my calls with the Russian ambassador.
Same playbook, different player. Elon Musk is a target now. They want to do him like Obama did Flynn. Right? Remember what they did to Peter Navarro? Yeah, they tried to get him to flip on Trump. They put him in jail because he refused to flip.
Committee. Here's how it went. Here's how I got in prison. The legislative branch came for me first. Your favorite Democrat, Nancy Pelosi, created your favorite committee, the sham January 6th committee, which demanded that I violate executive privilege. What did I do? I refused. The J6 committee demanded that I betray Donald John Trump to save my own skin. I refused.
He refused. And for that, they sent him to jail. Here's Corey Lewandowski. This is April 28th, 2023. Most of the mainstream media is controlled by the far left, even those that are perceived to be conservatives. Corey Lewandowski. Remember him? Yeah, he was a campaign manager for Trump. He got pushed out too, didn't he? Corey Lewandowski slamming Fox News for firing Tucker Carlson and caving to the establishment. Nick Fuentes, of course, before this assassination attempt occurred, another person went to his house because they had his address, and he defended himself by spraying pepper spray. He got promptly arrested for that. And there's this mugshot. When I saw this initially, I said, what happened? How this really just happened? Are you kidding me? Now, whatever you want to say about, like I said, Nick Fuentes, the point here is that it's narrative control that is seeded into the people's minds and controls them. And here's another one, Whoopi Goldberg. Ha-ha, Whoopi Goldberg, she's back. MJ Truth Ultra, Whoopi Goldberg, and the witches at The View believe Elon Musk and JD Vance are secretly plotting to kill Donald Trump. I don't know, guys. These ladies have been right about so many things, right? Insert sarcasm, right? Let's listen to what they're saying over there at The View, the clucks in the hen house.
Musk, I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you've been calling him vice president.
I've called him vice president. I called him president because I don't know what JD is doing. I hardly ever. I don't remember the last time we even talked about JD.
You're right. He's planning the presidency when they get rid of Trump.
So you think it's Musk, Musk Vance?
Possible.
Hey, you know who? Stay away from the stairways. Because, people put the leg out to trip you going down the stairs. I've been saying it.
See how you got the narrative control coming from Pelosi, from Bernie Sanders, percolating down to these representatives that were showing up on MSNBC and CNN, and of course on The View. All these coordinated attacks to inject this new narrative that Elon Musk is the enemy of Donald Trump. He's now getting all the spotlight. We got to remove Elon Musk. This is what they're doing right now, folks. Media is now openly questioning. This is Democrat wins media. The media is now openly questioning whether Elon Musk or Donald Trump is in charge of the Republican Party. The media. Democrat wins media. Even posting this 12 hours ago.
4:15 a.m. And Congresswoman, you did mention Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Yesterday at 4:15 a.m., Elon Musk tweeted, this bill should not pass. We can show this to our viewers if we have the graphic available right there. 4:15 a.m. yesterday. Trump did not come out and say anything about all of this on social media until late yesterday afternoon, nearly 13 hours later. We can put that Truth Social post from Donald Trump up there if we can. I guess, what are your thoughts on all of this? I mean, what's the feeling among Democrats right now? Who's in charge? Is it Elon Musk? Is it Donald Trump? What's going on?
Well, for me personally, it appears that Elon Musk is trying to take the role as an unelected president. And in fact, that Donald Trump, it appears, is following his orders. And of course, the consequences are grave. When you look at what could take place, and I've been through government shutdowns before, we have services that will be halted. We have people who would be furloughed. This is the holiday season. We'll have TSA agents who won't be paid. We'll have total chaos again. The economic impacts of a shutdown are devastating, and it hurts people, everyday people. And so to be able to blow up a bipartisan deal that would keep the government open, that would allow the negotiations to move toward another deadline in March, to me is just irresponsible. But it says a lot about Donald Trump, and it says a lot about allowing a non-elected billionaire to run our government.
And Congresswoman,
you see that? Narrative control. It's happening right before our very eyes. Here we have the media is desperate to divide Trump and Musk. They're spinning lies about GOP power struggle to sabotage the alliance that terrifies them. Trump won't let Musk steal the spotlight. Don't fall for the trap. It's classic divide and conquer.
For people with great, because this funding bill is something Republican leadership spent a lot of time negotiating.
This is MSNBC whining about Elon Musk.
Almost no time rejecting.
and Elon Musk tweets and, you know, a billion people read it. You understand more than most about outside influences, but does Musk's power, do you think, come from Trump's longstanding admiration for people with great fame and success? Does he assume that if he built a great business, he can build a great government? How did we get here?
Yeah, I mean, two things. Very difficult situation for leaders to have somebody with that much of a megaphone able to pop up. Donald Trump, when he was president, was always
no one has
tweet
ever
away
had this megaphone. We should say no one has
Yeah.
ever had a megaphone this big.
Absolutely. And that is a huge problem that is going to probably continue to be a problem.
Having a megaphone is a problem for these people. The fact that one person has a voice and free speech is a problem for these people. That is what is being telegraphed on MSNBC. To pit Elon against Trump.
I think this bill was in pretty big trouble before Elon Musk figured out that there were problems with it. There were a lot of members with a lot of angst, and he certainly pushed it over the top. The one thing I'm curious about, though, is maybe he was speaking for Donald Trump, but maybe he wasn't. And either way, I don't think Donald Trump wants to have the perception that Elon Musk has more juice, more power over these members than he does. Because it feels very much like yesterday, at least the narrative is that Elon Musk was the one calling the shots, and Donald Trump ran to get to the front of the parade on that. That happens a few more times. I imagine Donald Trump is going to have to figure out some way to assert himself in this situation, and we'll have to see how that goes, too.
You see? It's all coming together. Project Kamala Harris. Rumors are circulating House and Senate Republicans are quickly growing tired of Elon Musk as he tries to dictate their policy agenda with threats of well-funded primary opponents. This is going to be a messy breakup. This is what they're trying to do before Doge gets its teeth. Because the swamp is absolutely terrified. Here's Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. 16 hours ago, the Uniparty is aiming their fire at Elon Musk and blaming him for killing their incestuous pork fest government funding bill. But it was the American people engaging and posting their outrage on X that killed the bill. But they hate Elon because he bought X and protected free speech, which allowed the people to fight back and stop another Uniparty shit sandwich. The truth is they hate you, the people, for standing up for them, to them. They're angry they got caught in such a big way. These losers waited for months, knowing the government funding deadline was Friday, December 20th, and refused to show any of us members of Congress the bill until they dumped 1,500 pages on Tuesday night. Okay? They're terrified that Elon Musk is giving the people a voice. So they are targeting Elon Musk. Here's one post from Elon Musk. Exactly right. All government spending is taxation. A day ago, the government either taxes you directly or by increasing the money supply, taxes you through inflation. This is information the American people need to know. The American people are fast asleep. And if Elon Musk can help wake up a few people, then that's what America needs. We need more people waking up. And I'm damn happy that Elon Musk is speaking. We wouldn't have seen posts like this from Elon Musk 3 years ago. No way. And the good news is we got 7.5 million impressions on that. 2.6 thousand replies. 23,000 reposts. 90,000 likes. 90,000. The needle is moving, and they're terrified. And we need to call them out so we don't see more events like this. People being doxxed, people being attacked, more assassination attempts, people like around Trump's orbit going to prison. And we need to call out everybody the moment we see it. Doesn't matter. Because the narrative control happens on all sides. And it's our responsibility to bring you this information. That's why you trust us. That's why you watch us here at the Next News Network. Because we can see through the deception. And we can sound the alarm. Because the pattern is unmistakable. First, they target you with character assassination. Then they try to isolate you from allies and supporters. And finally, they move in for the kill whether metaphorically or as in we saw in Chicago or Butler, literally. This is not some conspiracy theory. It's a fact. And we have the documentation to prove it. So here's what every American needs to ask themselves tonight. Why is the mainstream media more focused on creating conflict between Trump and Musk than reporting on, an assassination attempt against a conservative voice? What does that tell you about their true priorities? Stand against the division and show your support for truth with our exclusive MAG Avengers collection at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com, because when they try to divide us, we only grow stronger together.